the investigation. Have you been able to talk to the group about it?
Yeah. Most of them are afraid of you guys.
They're afraid?
Yeah, they're afraid to talk to you, that all you're wanting to do is get information for them, on them.
What type of information?
Well, just like you won't give me your name, you won't give me your last name, you won't see me, you won't, visit me in person, which is actually breaking the law, 18.617, where federal officers, federal officials are supposed to disclose who they are by title and by badge and name. So, it's all kind of backwards, Chris. It's all kind of backwards.
So if you feel that, so you're telling me people are afraid to talk to us, how can we overcome that?
Well, maybe first you could come out and look at us in the eye in person. You could give us your real first name and your real last name, and you could be a true representative of the people, and that would start. That would be a great start.
Okay, so you want to know more about myself and the people that are going to be involved in it?
No, I think come out here and talk to us.
Well, I'll put that up to my command, so we're working on developing some type of plan to do that.
If you wanted to present that you guys were going to do a true official investigation of the Bureau of Land Management, the Fish and Wildlife Service, the U.S. Forest Service, and others, the EPA, and you wanted to come out and present to the people of how you're going to do this and how we should trust you in this action, then I'm certain that I can have the room full and they will assist you in that. But I think it's going to take that personal touch of you guys actually not hiding behind the phones and hiding behind the guns and hiding behind the barricades. And when you do that, then they might actually have faith in you that you're going to get it done and that you're going to protect them, not harm them.
Do you think like some type of public forum where we tell the people of Orange County, do you think that would be helpful in moving this forward?
I think they would trust you a lot more. Yeah, absolutely. So, and then they would feel like they could come out, because they're wondering who's the enemy, and they're worried that if they side with somebody too quickly or the wrong, that it's going to hurt them.
I hear your concerns. I will. So you can maybe some type of public forum would be a good way to address these concerns for Harney County. I'll brief that up to my bosses and see what some of the options are. We can work on that.
All right, sounds very good.
I was going to ask you something else. I'm looking at the redress of grievances.
Yes.
I want to make sure I'm looking at the right one, just so I have some type of reference point. There's a couple I've seen. I've got one dated January 8th that came out from Citizens for Constitutional Freedom. Would that be the most accurate?
Well, the date on the original one would have been in December.
Okay. I think I have that one that was posted online.
Yes.
Okay, I have that one, and then I also have another one in January. Is there, just so I know I'm looking at the right ones for references, is there going to be a difference between the two, or is there a better reference for me, or take them both independently?
I actually would take them both independent. They both have good, concerns, but a lot of them are duplicated as well. So.
I looked at the one yesterday from Citizens for Constitutional Freedom. And in the second request, there's information about misconduct at the U.S. Attorney's Office.
Yes.
And, sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm looking at a part of it that there's a concern with the U.S. Attorney's Office not providing discovery to the defense.
Okay.
Is Is that part of it? Are you familiar with that part?
Yeah, well, I mean, one piece of it is the trial went on for 8 days, and the prosecuting attorney presented for around 6 of those days, and the defense presented only 1 day. And there was some decisions there that did not favor, the Hammonds, and so yeah, that certainly is a concern.
I understand that part of it. What I'm asking was, looking at though, there's a statement that there's a witness that was interviewed, and the information for that witness was not provided to the defense.
That is correct.
That is correct. Has that information been presented to the Hammond's attorney?
Yes, and he will not work with us. Almost as if there's something deeper going on. Even at Susie Hammond's request, he still would not produce the documents that proved that Papagni gave him that information. Almost as if there's a protection there of of attorney protection. And that's one of the pieces that we intend on pressing much harder. Also could be one of the pieces, that you guys press, because that absolutely is a concern of ours, a huge concern. That one is the evidence itself is incriminating to the Bureau of Land Management, because it's 2 witnesses that saw them start the fires around the Hammond's property when they blamed it on lightning. Second, that Papagni knew about it, knew about the witnesses, actually went to their homes and interviewed them, and then never ever were they contacted again. The witnesses were never contacted again. And then we go digging into it, and the Hammond's lawyers, basically wouldn't disclose anything.
So they didn't confirm whether they had it or not. They just wouldn't disclose anything to you.
Correct, one way or the other. And Susie Hammond requested that they disclose those things to us.
Has she got copies? Has she asked for disclose to her? Will they not disclose that to Susie?
Susie gave basically authority to her attorneys to disclose that to us. That was done through a phone call, but so it was not done in written. But basically, Susie didn't want, client privilege to keep him from disclosing that to us. Excuse me. And so the question is still there. Did Papagni disclose that information to the Hammond's attorney or not? And if he did, then there's a problem there, of course. If he did, then we are wondering why in the world would the Hammond's attorney not use that information? I mean, it's so pertinent. So, yeah, just in that point alone, Chris, that's a concern we have, absolutely.
Yeah, and that's one thing I looked at for, I'm not an attorney, but my experience working cases and discoveries, it's a responsibility for us, and it's for the prosecution. So that's something that I looked at that raised, that really caught my attention on this. It's something, it may be something they haven't had to look at for an attorney, or that's a better question for a lawyer, but that would be, that's something that's tangible, that's specific in there, that could really be talked about pretty quickly. So I just wanted to ask some questions about that to see what else was known about that.
Yeah, well, that's what I know. I did talk to the witness myself. I have his witness recorded on audio, and so, that part is solid.
Okay.
I did talk to the Hammond's lawyer, and his name is Larry Matazar. And
can I get a pen real quick, Ammon, so I know how to spell that?
Sure.
It's going to be Larry. Can you spell the last name for me?
You know what? I got to spell it out myself. It is just how you spell. Matazar. Larry Matazar.
M-A-T-A-Z-A-R?
Matazar.
Where is he? Is he in Burns or is he somewhere else?
I am uncertain. I want to say Pendleton, but I'm not certain. It may be Bend. I really don't know where he's at.
Okay, I can try look that up. Okay, well, it sounds like you're talking about you think it would be a good idea for us to talk to the people of Harney County directly to address their concerns of our being impartial about an investigation.
Absolutely.
We would have to probably talk further. I'll go back to talk to my new man about that, see what kind of how that would work, what that would look like. Maybe we could talk again about trying to work out some of the specifics of that.
Okay. Well, let me know.
Do you have time we can talk just briefly tomorrow? We can kind of catch up, try and get this thing going.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Actually 11 is probably okay again.
Okay. Well, let's plan on talking again for tomorrow.
All right. Thanks.
Thanks, Ammon. We'll talk to you later.